Hello. Welcome to this thing we're doing. I'm Sarah Hazen Bask.
You had to think about that one?
Yeah, apparently.
I'm Kaden.
This is 'Cause We Can. We haven't even recorded a commentary in a while.
I haven't recorded a podcast in a while either.
Well, this is 'Cause We Can podcasts. Words can not come to my brain.
You're really far from the mic.
Well, now I'm close to the mic. Is the levels good?
Yeah.
Cool.
It took us like an hour to open up Audition, but that's
Yeah.
another story. Another time. What? I don't know. So, what do we talk about first? Usually news?
Yeah. What? But what if we did the same thing?
I expected a different result? We'd be crazy.
I was more trying to lead up to Marvel's what ifs.
That didn't make any sense. I knew what you were doing, but it didn't make any sense.
Okay. Marvel's what ifs TV series, an animated series that they have not officially announced, but it has been reported originally by Slash Films. It'll be on the Disney Plus streaming service.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige's attached. It's gonna be animated. It's to give actors more freedom in terms of scheduling, so they can be more likely to get people, the MCU equivalents of people. It will be. So yeah, do you know what if is?
No. I do, but you can explain it.
Okay. Well, what if is a series of comic books that are basically like, what if Loki got Thor's hammer, or what if this happened differently, or that happened differently.
So it's an anthology series,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Which is what I suggested DC should do last podcast. And now we got an announcement that that's what Marvel's doing. So they beat them to the punch again.
But DC is doing that. That's what the Joker is.
No, but I mean they should do it better.
Okay.
Let's not get into an argument.
Yes. Let's not get into that. But yeah, see if there's quotes. What are your thoughts on this, though?
I'll watch it if we get Disney Plus, which we will, probably.
Yeah.
That's my
it
thoughts.
It seems really good.
I'm excited.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah, it's a cool
do
idea,
it.
especially because it's also going to be with the MCU people.
Yeah, the only thing for me is, like, because it's animated and we haven't seen that world, the MCU, in animation quite yet. And usually when they try to do live action things but animated, it looks a little weird, I guess. So I'd need to see what the animation looks like, what the character design.
Either way, I'll watch it.
Either way, I'll watch it and I'll probably like it, but I'm not hoping it'll be the greatest animation ever. I'm not thinking it'll be that. So. But yeah, no, excited. Gives them time to explore some more stuff.
I just had a thought.
What? What is that thought?
What if Disney bought Marvel and Fox so they could put Deadpool in the Avengers? But it's Sony, isn't it? Not Fox.
No, Deadpool's Fox.
Yeah, right? I was just like, I don't know why my mind went there. I'm just like, what if this was all a big plan? Just to put Deadpool in an MCU
We'll
movie?
get to that.
No, we won't, because I feel like talking about it now.
Okay. The Fox deal did, as you're talking about it, the Fox deal did finalize.
Woo.
So that's officially official.
Wait, so X-Men is now also owned by Disney?
Yeah.
So they could put the X-Men in the MCU.
Oh yeah, and Fantastic Four, and any characters that were previously licensed by Fox.
The Simpsons too. My God, the possibilities.
Oh yeah, everything Fox is now Disney.
They should remake the X-Men.
So there actually gonna be a lot of Fox properties on the Disney service too.
They better have the Simpsons.
It's possible.
I really want to binge that.
Yeah.
It's like a week-long marathon or something.
Mm-hmm.
Straight. I guess that's how many episodes there are.
But yeah. No, people have been speculating for a while how they'll bring the X-Men, the Fox characters into...
So they just don't have Spider-Man.
Not fully.
They
buy
have
Spider-Man, but they don't...
They have to buy Sony.
Yeah. But they already have the deal, so...
I'm pretty sure they have enough money.
And Sony's pretty fine with the deal as it is.
Plus, Sony is big because it's like PlayStation and stuff.
Yeah, Sony's like... Now that Fox is now Disney, Sony's like... one of the only few big corporate competitors in terms of the film business.
But they don't even make that many movies, do they?
They're Paramount. Not Paramount.
Oh, Paramount.
Yeah, Paramount.
Well, see, I didn't know that.
Are they Paramount? No, they're Columbus.
Columbus? Okay.
The one with the lady.
That's Columbus.
Yeah.
Is it Paramount? I don't know. Whatever, the lady. Oh, okay. Because now I'm like, I never see the Sony logo in front of things, is what I'm thinking. Okay. Because Disney owns the one with the lion. Because that's MGM.
Yeah. But I don't think MGM exists anymore.
No. But I'm just trying to think of like those classic openers.
Yeah.
What about the stars skimming across the lake?
That's Paramount.
That's not owned
That's
by
not
anybody.
So I think it's just Paramount, Columbus, and Disney now.
And Blumhouse?
So, well, they aren't a distributor, so they still work with...
Oh.
Universal, that's also another one. I'm just thinking of all the big ones, but still. Yeah.
And Blumhouse is, it's like a studio.
It's studio. It's not a
as you die.
Distributor.
I want movies. Let's watch more movies.
But yeah.
I want Deadpool in the MCU. He should show up in Endgame.
It's possible. Here's the thing.
But like Ryan Reynolds Deadpool. Like, don't make a new one.
Yeah, Ryan. I feel like Deadpool's the only X-Men character they won't have to recast.
Oh yeah, they should recast everyone else because Dark Phoenix looks like garbage.
Oh yeah.
And just make a new thing. Just start over, completely fresh.
The only thing is the X-Men storyline of like mutants being hated. That's kind of been they kind of did that in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. only replaced mutants with Inhumans.
Yeah.
So if they then introduce mutants, it's a bit of like a wait, that's already happened. So
they should just put Deadpool in it because he's meta and he can just be like, I'm here now. I got bought.
Kevin Feige has said that he's not gonna they're gonna finish what they do, what they already have planned, what they have already started working on before they start thinking about adding the Fox characters like the X-Men and Fantastic Four and such.
But I think Deadpool's a special case. He could be.
It's possible. I mean, that's kind of why people thought they did Once Upon a Deadpool was kind of to see if Deadpool will work in a not R-rated capacity. But no,
Deadpool's gonna save Tony.
Okay. Yeah, that's...
You're like, now you're just getting off topic, Caden.
Hang on. Let me try and... Oh yeah, here's some news.
Oh, and they also have Quicksilver and what's her name that are also
Scarlet,
who are also X-Men.
Yeah,
sometimes
they're X-Men they're mutants.
Like they're
but they're also
because
Avenger
Quicksilver
characters.
was an X-Men as well.
Yeah.
At the same time, he was in Avengers.
Yeah.
They came out really quickly, like close together. I mean, like Shazam and Captain Marvel are the same.
He was planned to be in Avengers first, but when, like, in Days of Future Past, Quicksilver's character was originally going to be Juggernaut, but then they switched it to Quicksilver once they heard that Disney was going to use Quicksilver. So they're like, oh, we got to use Quicksilver now and get it out first.
I really liked him in that. So
oh yeah,
good choice.
He was definitely,
I really liked his parts of that movie.
Oh yeah,
but I really didn't like the rest of the movie. But him, I liked.
You didn't like Days of Future Past?
It was all right. I don't really remember. Maybe I liked
Apocalypse that you didn't like.
I think I'm getting confused because there's
there's scenes like that in both of them, though. I like those done scenes. Better in Days of Future Past.
Plus, he's in American Horror Story, which I was watching at the time.
Yeah,
that's an anthology TV show. And he plays like 6 different people.
Mm. Yeah, no. But the thing with the reason they could use both is because they're Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are also Avengers
in the comics.
So it's a bit of the gray area in terms of licensing. But speaking of,
what are we speaking of?
The MCU. That's what we're speaking of.
Oh.
You know Guardians of the Galaxy?
No.
No? Never heard of it?
Never heard of it.
So you don't know who James Gunn is?
Yeah, he got fired and then he got back.
Well, he was fired like about a year ago, but yeah. Well, no.
I saw a meme about it.
Yeah, he came back.
Where they said they wanted to put him in with DC, and then they hired him back to stop him. That was a joke.
I think he's still doing DC.
It's like, what? You want him DC? Then we want him back. That's what the meme was.
Yeah. Yeah, good news that they brought him back, I think. Because
I like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, he was good in 1 and 2. And the circumstances of him being fired, I thought was bullshit.
What happened?
Basically, a tweet he made back in like 2000, back in the 2000s, before he was even working with Disney.
Yeah.
Some right-wing person trying to because James Gunn's been pretty pushing liberal, they're trying to push back, and they surfaced up that tweet, and it was just a stupid joke that was in poor taste.
Yeah.
And he apologized for it back when he was hired in Guardians of the Galaxy, the first time that tweet became public, and he apologized for it, and they didn't fire him, and it was all good. It was only when they brought it back that Disney was like, oh, we're gonna fire you, and he already apologized years later. It's still a 10-year-old tweet.
We all said stupid things 10 years ago.
Exactly.
Oh, I said a few stupid things 10 years ago. I said a few stupid things yesterday.
Exactly. And
doesn't mean anything.
And the whole cast was rehire James Gunn. Dave Bautista, who plays Drax, was he didn't want. He was like, you better use James Gunn's script or I'm walking. Which really, his character is covered in makeup, so. But at the same time, he makes the character. He's the actor. But,
I bet he could rally a few people.
Mm-hmm. So, and a lot of people was like, we want him back, and we thought Disney basically before gave out a statement saying we're sticking to our guns, he's fired for good, and then now he's rehired, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to start filming this summer, but they had to push it back because they didn't have a director.
They just film it anyway.
And they asked a couple people, I think they asked Taika Waititi, and Taika Waititi was like, no, I don't want to do that because you took it from James Gunn. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to step on his toes. So.
Which one did they direct?
He did Thor Ragnarok.
I couldn't tell from the name if it was a guy or a girl, so I'm like they.
Okay.
Just from I'm like.
Yeah.
I don't know names so good.
You know no names so good?
That's not what I said. I said I don't know names very... Oh, shit.
You said so good. But, yeah. But no, good news, yeah?
Yeah. They stuck to their guns.
They didn't stick to their guns. They brought him back.
Well, his name is Gun.
Oh. They stuck away from their...
They got him back!
They got him back, either way.
That's
good
a
news,
joke.
he's
like,
back.
He's stuck to them because he's their guns.
And we might actually get a good Suicide Squad movie, too, because he's still doing that.
Hooray! And it's good. He's got 2 jobs.
Yeah.
He can, pay the rent and whatever.
Oh,
Bit of music.
here's some news. So all the Marvel movies up to now, they're re-releasing in like a big box set.
Yes.
And
They already did that every time a new movie comes out.
not every time.
Well, a lot of the time. Have you ever looked them up on Amazon? There's like 12 different box sets. You gotta check which.
They did like a phase 1 and a phase 2.
And phase 3.
Well, phase 3 is not even over yet. But
Tell that to
they're calling
Amazon.
it the Infinity Saga with the whole thing.
Oh, nice.
So, which, yeah. Thoughts on them titling it the Infinity Saga?
I like that.
Yeah. Makes sense. It is
It's
big...
gonna be very expensive, and I won't be able to buy it, but I would if I could.
For sure. Oh, this I just thought... Well, you sent me this. I didn't really read it, but I thought it was funny. J.K. Rowling says her characters Dumbledore and Grindelwald had an intense sexual relationship.
Oh, I did read that article.
I didn't read it, but
no, that's a quote.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so they did just dial it back for the movie.
But it's like...
Let's hope the third one it's not dialed
But it's like,
back.
J.K. Rowling, but I'm just like, intense sexual relationship, and like, yeah, I didn't see that. J.K. Rowling, you can fuck off.
Okay, but let me tell you something with the Harry Potter books. There was no sex. Mm-hmm. Ever. There's nothing.
Yeah, but
So it's that tone is carried through the movies. Whereas in this universe, it is like nothing. It's very strange. They're like all these kids going through puberty, but they're like, I kissed her, and they're like 17. I'm like, okay. Are you 11 still?
But there's a lot of, maybe not sex, but love.
There's love, but it's just like...
In the movies, at least.
There's love.
Like, the kissing
But there's not
and
sexual.
making out and
There's
such.
not sexual love.
Oh.
There's like a couple of weird lines in the 6th one, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Intense sexual relationship.
She doesn't know how to write it. That's why it's not in anything.
It's not an intense sexual relationship. They just, like, stared at each other. Why didn't they kiss or, like, look like they were having an intense sexual relationship?
It's because she doesn't know how to write that.
They didn't
Sure, she didn't put it in any of her books. That's why she can't write adult books.
She does write adult books.
Yeah, they didn't do well.
Oh.
I'm just saying, she like her style, like it never has that sort of stuff in it. It just has kissing. Mm-hmm. Maybe a little bit of making out, but it's like implied. It's not like she doesn't write scenes like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now she just needs to release that Scorpius and Albus are gay for each other, and I'll be happy.
Except she's not going to because they totally undermined it at the freaking end of that.
Bullshit. That she didn't even write, but her name's on it.
Why?
Anyway.
Sorry. I'm getting mad.
Let's just move on from this. But I'm just saying, like, at least she, like, admits, like, yeah, that's what it was. But it's not in the movies or anything, so it still sucks. But at least for us fans, we can know that's how it was.
Well, she admitted that they were gay for each other already, so it's like...
Well, she admitted that Albus was gay for him, but not the other way.
And, like...
Could be
she
unrequited
didn't solely
life.
write the script. The director does rewrites. That's a thing that happens in movies. He could have easily just been like, oh, this needs to be more sexual.
Yeah, they could do that. But they didn't, and I'm telling you, her writing style doesn't include that.
And even in the directions of the film, when they were filming it, they could have just made it look more like they were actually gay as opposed to possibly just friends. Like, I remember, I've said this before, but I remember I asked my dad after he went and watched it, or I was talking to both my mom and dad about it, and my dad didn't even clue in that they were supposed to be gay for each other. He just thought they were good old friends.
I think people are still scared to put gay people in children's movies. Mm-hmm. And they shouldn't be.
And just blockbusters in general.
Yeah.
Because, like
PG or an under, like PG-rated movies.
Mm-hmm. Like, even... we'll talk about the whole film later, but Captain Marvel, there's even, like, it's very strongly implied that Carol Danvers and the other person are possibly gay for each other.
I like how we're using that now. It's a saying. Is that what you say? Gay for each other?
Yeah.
They're gay and love each other? I don't know if gay for each other. Because then it implies that they're not gay otherwise. Because sometimes people just like one person, but they're, like, straight, but they're, like...
Then you're straight for each other.
No, like, hetero-flexible.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, you will be gay for that one person, like Alonzo, or not Alonzo.
Oh, yeah.
Yonto in Torchwood.
Yeah.
He's not gay, but he really loves Jack.
I thought he was gay.
No, he says it to his sister. He's like, I didn't even know you like guys. And he's like, I only like him.
3. What?
I don't know.
Why'd you put your hands up when I said season 3?
No, I was still talking.
Okay.
I don't know, and I'm not...
Okay, let's move on.
I want more gay people in media.
Yeah. Blockbusters and such. And trans people.
Yeah. Well, I guess the thing is, it's harder to know that they're trans.
But that's the thing, is even when they do have trans representation, it's always played by a cis person.
Always?
In movies, yeah.
Yeah.
There's been some leeway in television. Remy's just, like, passed out on the couch. But there's always some leeway in like, it's been better in television with people like Laverne Cox and what the Wachowskis did with Sense8.
Oh, I haven't watched that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah, no,
how there's trans characters there played by actual trans actors.
Yeah.
But there's still a too big of amount of cis people taking those roles, and they always win an Oscar. Or are at least nominated for an Oscar. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, hire trans people for those roles.
Yes.
But no, in some other news, I have a question for you before I say this.
I don't like the look on your face. You're all smug, arms crossed.
When you were a child...
I was never a child. I popped into being just like this.
When you popped into being, were you a fan of a little show called Dora the Explorer?
No.
No?
Dora the Explorer was after my time.
What?
I was already too old for Dora the Explorer when it came out.
Oh.
Yes, but there's going to be a movie.
You seem so... I always forget that you're so much older than me sometimes.
Like, it was even my brother was too old for it, but he was, like, really into it for a while, and I'm like, you're 13! Turn this shit off! Or...
He was watching it at
He
13?
may have been 10. But still, it was still too old.
I watched it sometimes as a kid, but...
But I mean, like I remember when Teletubbies came out, which was, like, the big thing before that. I was, like, 5.
Yeah.
And my brother was, like, 3, and he loved it. And I'm like, Mom, Dad, this is really stupid. And they laughed. Like, but your brother likes it, so you have to watch it. And I'm like, fine.
Yeah. But anyway,
I think I sent you that.
You did.
Yeah, so of course.
Did you check out the poster, though?
I did.
Because you say you don't read the articles.
Sometimes I look at the pictures. Okay. It kind of looks like Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Tomb Raider. Indiana Jones vibes, definitely.
That show was the most annoying thing I'd ever seen in my life.
I want to see a trailer so I can see what kind of a target audience they're going after.
It's going to be, oh my god, it's so stupid. They're talking to you like you could like interact with the movie, with the show. I hate children's shows that do that.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Why do they all do that now? They all do that now, Sarah.
They've stepped away from that.
Well, they better fucking step. Oh, sorry. I feel like I'm sweating.
They still do the like call and response stuff.
It's like, which one should I pick? And then it moves a little, like a computer cursor. Yeah. I'm like, this is a TV show. I'm like yelling at the TV, throwing things.
It's to get the little kids to like learn how to interact with people and to.
You can't learn how to interact from a screen. It's like a psychology thing. It doesn't work.
I've always thought it would work better as as like a computer game kind of thing too.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Let's Play. Maybe that's why all these people like Let's Plays now, because it's like Dora the Explorer. It's like watching someone play a video game. Oh god, that's why, isn't it?
I think you cracked the code.
Shit. They're so annoying. I have much younger siblings, and so I've seen everything. Or as of 5 years ago. Everything. Octonauts.
Look at that catchphrase. Explorer is her middle name? Wouldn't it be her last name? Dora the Explorer? Wouldn't the be the middle name?
So apparently the Spanish version of Dora the Explorer just switches what is in Spanish to English.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's funny.
Makes sense.
It's funny to me. I'm like, why didn't they just have it be the same?
Because they're trying... Dora the Explorer is to teach English speakers Spanish.
Which you can't learn from a television show. Psychology. Anyway.
But yeah, I'm curious to see what kind... I think what kind of age group they're going for, because the show was for like 3-year-olds.
Yeah, but now all those 3-year-olds are 30, or no, they're 20. Not 25.
But no, it's... I just want to know...
Like the Muppets, they sort of made adulty more things as people got older.
Yeah, but the Muppets were already... They were always family, and they're still family.
Yeah. Versus
that Sesame Street is more like Dora the Explorer's target audience.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious of the target audience, because I don't feel like you can make a good film like the show.
Oh god, I'm just imagining it now. Just a person sitting there like, which one should I pick? And like, we're in the theater.
And like, look at this poster. It's obviously like covered in CGI, so they're not gonna be using that. They're not gonna be spending that kind of money on something
like
that
a Let's Play, a glorified Let's Play.
Yeah, they're not gonna be spending that kind of money on something that only really little kids and their parents are gonna go to the theaters for.
Their parents are gonna go to have a nap.
So I think it'll probably be more family oriented, or at least that's what I'm hoping.
My grandma would always take us to the movies so she could have a nap.
Yeah.
And then we saw Inspector Gadget, the live action one. Mm-hmm. And she's like, it was so loud I couldn't even nap. She was so mad. Because she also didn't like it.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't very good.
No.
And, we're like 7.
But even 5. That's like more of a family than like Dora the Explorer.
No, it's just a joke. Like,
yeah.
The parents take the kids so they can have a nap while the kids watch the movie.
Yeah. No, I get that.
My dad did that with Pikachu. No, Pokemon, the first movie.
That was in theaters?
Yeah, when I was 6. So he took us to see it. Yeah.
That came out in theaters?
Yeah, and so did the second one.
What?
Yeah. So he takes us to see it, and there's a short at the beginning called Pikachu's Vacation. I'm like, Dad, how much did you enjoy the movie? Because he hated anime.
Yeah.
Like, he just didn't like the style. He just didn't like, the voice acting. And anime is always, like, more annoying. something, you know, especially back in the day.
Yeah.
He's like, I was done after Pikachu's vacation. So it was like before the movie even started. I think he left the theater for a bit and took a break.
Yeah.
Came back.
Yeah.
And we were just laughing. Like, I thought it was really funny that he didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
That was like 5 or 6.
Yeah. No, I think it looks... Yeah, no.
I don't care. I won't see it.
I probably won't... You won't see it, or you will see it?
I will not.
I probably won't see it. But anything... A trailer can always change my mind.
Here's the thing. If I ever have to take a child to the movies, and that's playing, sure, I'll see it. But that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Or if, like, I had kids one day, or my nieces or nephews or something, and, like, put on a movie. They're like, let's watch this. I'll be like, okay. Like, I'm not against it, but I'm also don't care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a good amount of news, eh?
Yep.
All right. Let's move on to some trailers. Some new trailers that came out this week. Or last 2 weeks.
Don't tell them we filmed this late.
Aladdin.
I like this trailer
Better than the other ones.
better than I thought I would, but also I was thinking I really like movies that don't have, like, white casts.
Yeah.
So I was just like, yay, but also I'm like, ugh. Okay, I'll see it, but I'm not excited for it.
Yeah.
Like, the music sounded more like pop music, like they did with Beauty and the Beast and stuff. It just feels the same. But I'm like, well, at least it's not an all-white cast, because I'm pretty sure the voice actors for Aladdin were white, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's some representation out there, and I'm like, that I'm always down for.
Oh, yeah.
For any kind of representation. Just put everybody in the movies. It didn't look as bad as I thought it would from the little teasers. Which shows that context helps a lot with these things.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked a lot better. The other teasers were really bad.
I saw him running through the market, and I was just thinking, one jump. And, like, the song, and I'm like, it's not playing. And I'm like, ugh. I think
that's just the trailer, though.
I know. But I'm like, I want to watch the real one now.
Yeah, the same here. But
or at least the music. Like, at least the music scenes, you know?
Yeah, it actually got me wanting... The other teasers, like, for me, I was like, oh my god, this is going to be so bad. But this one was like, okay, maybe it might be good-ish.
At least, like...
Like, a little bit of choreography they showed looked like good, so... At least there was effort put into it.
You know what, I forgot, like, Aladdin, the story?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you see him getting thrown into the lake in the chair. I'm like, oh, I forgot it got that dark. They tried to kill him. Like, you know, like, it was like...
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, right. You know? Because I seen it recently, but I don't think I finished it.
It's been a long time since I've watched it, too.
Because, we put it on one day when my sister was a baby. So that would have been 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And, she got scared. Because
of
the music. No, because she was too small to see it.
Oh.
But the music got really intense.
Ah.
Right? The score, right?
Yeah.
And so she got all upset.
Yeah.
And we ended up turning it off about halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
Or, like, we got tired because there's a baby in the house. When she sleeps, we all sleep.
Yeah.
Or else she's screaming.
Yeah.
She was a very noisy child.
But no.
But that was, like, probably the last time. So I'm like, yeah, that was, like, 10 years ago.
But yeah, I do like... They showed a lot more of the set pieces, and Will Smith looks better than he did in the other teaser.
Yeah.
They actually had some time.
Context as well, just helps it.
What they showed of You Never Had a Friend Like Me, I didn't really like how he was like... He sounded like old school Will Smith if he did that.
Yeah.
The, like, rap, as a rap, and I'm like, oh no. Please don't make it a rap in the actual film.
Well, I'm sure it'll all make... Because I'm like, context helped a lot, is what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm. But, like...
Just seeing shots.
Yeah.
Like, photos didn't help.
Yeah, but even, like... The thing with the last teaser, where they showed blue Will Smith, I think that was just... Because before that, they released set photos of where we saw here with Will Smith, not all blue and more of a human form.
Yeah.
And the internet complained. So then they pushed them to do blue Will Smith in the teaser,
wasn't ready.
and it wasn't ready, and you can tell now because comparing those two trailers, he actually looks a lot more well done versus that other one. He just looked like
they just put a Photoshop mask on him to make him blue.
Yeah,
like how you colorize a photo, but like a whole like CGI, which is doesn't work. It's okay for if it's static, but not if it's.
Yeah, and in terms of casting, though, for me, I kind of wish they would have cast a little younger for Aladdin. I think I might have said this before, that just in my head, Aladdin's like a 16-year-old.
He's in his 20s in the movie, though.
I thought he was in his teens.
He's older than, like, he's an adult. He's not a teenager.
Oh, I thought they were all teens.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think because it's also, I think, based on... But I think in the original stories that he's a child. Like a 12-year-old. But...
Yeah, that's why I thought it was... Let's see. Let's Google this. How old is Aladdin in
Disney's Aladdin?
In Disney's Aladdin.
According to Wikipedia, when Aladdin is initially introduced, he is 18 years old. He never received a formal education and has only learned by living on the street.
Shut up. So yeah, 18. Google said.
Yeah, so I mean, like, he's like in Disney's Aladdin, but he, in the original tales or other takings of the story, he's younger. So here, I'm like, he could be 18, 20s, young in 20s.
Huh. I guess I've just always seen him as more of a skinny guy. Where
he's skinny.
He's skinny, but he's more average.
Oh.
I don't know.
That didn't bother me at all. I don't know. I'm like, what?
No, just more personal preference for myself.
I think he looks fine. I think he looks kind of like the cartoon. So
yeah. I don't think he looks kind of. I don't know. I also I always see him as like more like he can't grow versus that where he has like 6 o'clock shadow.
6 o'clock shadow.
5 o'clock shadow.
That's the word.
Whatever.
Well, it's 7 o'clock, so it's 7 o'clock shadow.
Overall, I think the trailer enticed me more into wanting to watch it.
I'll watch it.
Yeah. Versus last time we were like, no.
Yeah. Like maybe. If there's like a lot of other things at the theater, then no, but like
yeah.
If we need something for the podcast.
Yeah. Avengers Endgame.
I feel like we talked about it already.
Not the new one.
Yeah.
No.
The red bits at the beginning.
That was the Super Bowl trailer.
Oh. Well, it's a trailer.
We saw a lot more.
Yeah.
We saw Tony Stark and Nebula with the rest of the gang in that end part.
Yeah.
So he's probably alive.
Or they just had a deceptive trailer.
Yeah, that's
which
possible
would make
too.
me very mad.
Yeah,
because I don't like deceptive trailers.
I just
that would be too deceptive. If it was little things like, oh, Thor had an eye, but he didn't in the trailer, shit like that is fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they just like put in a character, filmed him just for deception.
Yeah, but they in the Infinity War trailer they like had a scene where they showed the Hulk running in Wakanda with like a shot that didn't even exist in the film.
That also could just be like changes to the movie.
Yeah, but
I mean that's not like, oh, is he alive or dead?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Remy's just snoring.
No, I'm pretty sure I mean, we were all pretty sure he would make it out alive anyway. I don't know about you, but I was.
No, I didn't think he would.
Huh.
Because I heard he didn't want to be Iron Man.
Well, I didn't think he'd make it out alive at the end, but I definitely would want him to be rescued from space. If he's just ends up in space for a little bit, I'd be like, no. So, but other than that, yeah, some new shots, some new stuff and old stuff. We saw Captain Marvel with him now.
Because, yeah, we know that
movie's out now.
And that teaser at the end has been seen. And
yeah. So yeah.
Spoilers, because we're gonna be talking about Captain Marvel.
Yeah. But no.
Oh, that was a spoiler. Sorry. It's not like it's in the thumbnail or anything.
What? I'm confused.
I said it's a spoiler that we're going to be talking about Captain Marvel later. And I'm
Okay.
like, oh, it's not like it's in the thumbnail or anything. Now, just for that, I'll make a deceptive thumbnail.
Just put like, Alita.
No more Alita. It's finally like I don't see posters for it anymore. I'm like, oh, that's a phase of my life over. And we didn't even see it. Hopefully it comes on Netflix because I do want to see it.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to pay money to see it because they over-advertised.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's next?
Toy Story 4. It showed more of the plot.
Yeah, which was good.
I like how we now know what that Forky is.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I was meant for soup. I get it. It's funny.
Yeah.
I like it. Little world building.
Yeah.
You know, like what can be alive and what can't.
Yeah.
Toy Story. I don't know. That's interesting to me. Now, one thing I was wondering, is Bo Peep voiced by the same person?
Yes, it is. She does sound different.
Yeah.
I've noticed that too.
I was like, why does she sound
She is the same person. She's just older.
She's just old.
Because she wasn't in the third one.
No. I think that's why we've heard them age the voice. Like, the voices have aged along with the movies, but we haven't seen her since the second one. Which was pretty close to the first.
2000, early 2000s, late 90s.
So it's like 10 years ago, at least.
Yeah.
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 Her voice changed. Maybe she was very young in the first one.
And I think also in the first...
Not like a child, but like, you know.
Yeah, in the first one, she also sounded more like she was doing like the... And also, I think now she's more of a principal character versus... Like, she's more in a starring role, where the other one, she was more supporting cast.
Yeah.
So we didn't hear a lot of her.
Yeah. Plot-wise, I'm like, it's Toy Story, jumping out of a moving car. They made that joke in the theater. I mean, in the trailer, not the theater. Yeah. I'm down for it. Like, I really like... The thing is, me and Andy are the same age, essentially, in these movies. So, like, when he was going off to college, I was about to go off to college. I'm a little younger, but you know what I mean? Hits those same beats, but now it's not Andy.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter so much anymore, but that's why Toy Story 3 hit me so hard. Because I was also going off to college and giving away toys, and I was like, no.
And here's the thing, too, is, like, a lot of people have been saying, like, oh, they should have stopped at 3 when they originally started announcing this and coming out with material about this. A lot of people were like, they should have stopped at 3. 3 was such a good ending, and yeah, 3 was such a good ending.
Yeah.
But, and the creators were gonna stop at, like, Pixar was gonna stop at 3 originally, and then they started thinking about Bo Peep and, oh, maybe it would be cool to explore Bo Peep and Woody and Buzz going to find Bo Peep. Yeah. But if we explored that a little bit.
Yeah, there was more to say, and you know what? People are like, oh, you should stop at 3, blah, blah, blah. Then don't see it.
Yeah.
It just exists or it doesn't. Like, no one cares about Aladdin 2. That shouldn't exist.
Like the...
I don't know if there is one.
Straight to video?
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? They shouldn't exist. Well, then don't see it. No one has. So it's fine. You know what I mean?
I have.
But you know, it's like a joke, right? Like...
I used to like the third Aladdin one when I was a kid. Yeah, because the second one, his dad comes back, and then the third one's like the Return of Jafar. I
saw a joke once. It's like Aladdin 7, Jafar needs glasses. like a joke, like it was like a children's TV show, like Arthur, where like the episodes are like DW needs glasses, or Buster goes on a trip. It's like
there was an Aladdin TV show.
No, but it was Aladdin 7, Jafar needs glasses. Like, they just keep going, and they just keep, like, running out of ideas.
Yeah.
It was the joke I saw once.
Yeah. No. But those are all... We all know how the straight to video Disney
But
sequels
also,
went.
like, if you don't want to see it, then don't see it. No one's holding a gun to your head.
Exactly.
If the Toy Story saga ended for you after 3, well, then it's ended for you after 3.
Yeah. And they did,
Ta-da!
around the time of Toy Story 3,
It's called free will.
a little after Toy Story 3, they did come out with some shorts.
Yeah.
So
I've never seen that, and I didn't know that.
like,
so I'm
on the TV and such, and a couple TV specials
Yeah.
that were more
Like,
focused
there's like
on
6
Bonnie and such.
Shrek movies. Shrek the Halls. Puss in Boots movie. Like, who cares about any of that?
Me.
Yeah, but I'm, like, saying, like, for me, Shrek ended after Shrek 3, because...
Shrek ended after Shrek 4 for me.
Is that... I think it might be the same. Is the one where he has the babies?
No, that's Shrek 3. Shrek 4 is where he goes into an alternate universe because he wished that...
What's the one with King Arthur?
That was 3.
Okay, well, that was where it ended for me, because I was like, this is awful, and I love Shrek 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And I saw some of the Shrek the Halls
Yeah.
on TV once, and I was just like, I'm done.
Well, Shrek 2 is like the best one. I
Shrek
liked,
and Shrek 2 are like
I just
pinnacle.
like 4 because I like alternate universe stories in anything.
I was just sort of done with
So-
it. I was not like, I won't see it someday, but I was just like, yeah.
Yeah. And
1 and 2 were so good.
Puss in Boots I watched because it was in class. We were watching a movie, and that was the movie my idiot classmates chose.
Well, that's how I saw Tangled, and I was like, shit, I actually like this.
Tangled's good. Frozen's good.
Yeah.
Disney's good.
Disney's good.
Stranger Thing... Want to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. Stranger Things 3 trailer.
So I kept seeing photos from it, but I hadn't watched the trailer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it looks like way too, like, 80s spandex and hair and colorful. Whereas the other ones were more 80s and, like, D&D and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now that I saw the trailer, I'm like, okay, it's just a few shots. Like, I gotcha.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
and it's the mall.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I was just sort of like, oh god, are they going all that kind of 80s versus, like, the retro gaming kind of 80s?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
No. They're still seeing...
Yeah, no, it's in the
still
trailer.
Feels very film...
Yeah.
Like, based in film, kind of the 80s.
Yeah. And I'm like, context matters.
Yeah. Definitely had some cool thoughts and such. So, yeah, got me excited. There were some new stuff.
I was excited just hearing that there was going to be a 3rd season. I love Stranger Things. Coincidentally, I'm wearing a Stranger Things shirt right now. Because I remember I watched Stranger Things, loved it, binged the whole series, bought 3 shirts online, and then watched it all again, all in the space of like 4 days.
Yeah.
Or like 3 days, like a long weekend.
Yeah.
Because we started watching it with our friend. This was before we were friends. And I was like, oh, I like this. So we went home and I watched the rest.
Yeah.
And then I watched it again. And then he came back over like a week later. It's like, want to watch the next episode of that Stranger Things? I'm like, I've already watched the whole thing twice, but yes.
Yeah. That was kind of me too when I discovered the first Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Because, like, that was the thing when it first came out. It was a discovery.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't advertised everywhere. It just kind of showed up.
I don't think people thought it would be as big as it was.
Yeah.
Like, even the cast, I remember hearing them talk about it. It, like, launched while they were on at camp or something.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they come back and it's like, oh my god, everyone's talking about this. And it was like a big thing.
Come here. Remy, come here. Dog's making noise.
She's hungry.
Thirsty, I think.
Oh.
I'll get some food. You talk.
Yeah, so I remember hearing that, and I'm like, yeah, because this, I don't think they thought this show would be as big as it was. And then it was huge, and people loved it, and it became like a phenomenon, like a cult classic right away. It was a really good one. I liked the 80s sort of vibe it had, and the Dungeons and Dragons. I'm the biggest Dungeons and Dragons nerd, so I was pretty excited about that part. It reminded me of Freaks and Geeks in that respect.
Yeah.
Now Sarah's back, and I don't have to keep talking.
No, it's season 2. I remember when that dropped. I watched it all. the night it dropped.
Yeah.
Like at midnight, I watched it all and woke up the morning and then was like, my God, I want to watch more. So I just started watching the season again.
Oh, I did that. And then I started from 1 and then watched it all the way again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to watch it again, but we're binging something else.
Of course.
Maybe that's what I'll do when you're at work. Unless you want to watch it together.
Oh, well,
I'll
we'll
watch
just
it again.
binge it again.
Exactly.
But, because you mentioned wanting to do commentaries of this.
Yeah. I'm like, shh, in case we don't, but whatever.
All I said is you mentioned it, not that we were going to.
Now they're going to expect it. Now we have to do it, so yay, we get to watch it a 4th time.
But yeah, and showed some new stuff, a new monster. There's like some weird Terminator type guy going around.
Yeah.
The whole carnival seemed interesting. Mayor seems like a classic 80s scumbag politician.
Yeah. Just seemed good all around.
Yeah.
The gang's back together.
But they're older now. They can't do kid stuff anymore. We can't be.
He aged a lot because I feel like we just saw him. The main guy.
Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like we just saw him in like some Game Grumps video.
Yeah.
He didn't seem that much older. Then on this one, he looks so much older.
Yeah.
Like he hit, like he just skyrocketed.
Well, I'm pretty sure they filmed it like.
She's eating something.
Not too long ago, I don't think.
She's eating something.
Remy, what are you eating? Like, I think they started filming it before that Game Grumps video would have came out.
I know, but for just some reason, he just looks so much older. Maybe in the context.
I think it's the hair.
Yeah.
Remy, come here.
So I follow him on Instagram.
Remy, come here. Come here. Want up? You're coming up. Now give me your mouth. Give me your mouth. What is it? Where is it? I don't see her eating anything.
She swallowed it. She wants to join in on the podcast as she sniffs the mic. You gotta say something, Remy? You got something to say?
What do you think of the Stranger Things 3 trailer? Good to know.
She's just yawning. I think she likes when we binge stuff because then she gets to cuddle with us.
Yeah.
So I think she'll like it.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, I'm excited. They do seem older, all of them.
Sorry, Remy just jumped from the chair to the sofa and almost didn't make it.
Yeah.
Don't lick that.
Why are you being such a bad dog right now?
She's mad because no one's cuddling her.
Yeah. Now,
on to the main attraction.
The main attraction.
As in, we watched Captain Marvel
a
little bit ago. But we were talking about it now.
Yeah. Overall thoughts?
Loved it.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Now, one thing is, we have to mention, we saw it in 3D, but we also were sat in the front row of the movie theater. So we got to see a lot of knees.
In IMAX 3D, mind you.
Yeah, so we got to see a lot of knees. And there was a very small child sitting next to us.
Oh.
Who was like, who's that? Is that a bad guy? I don't like this movie the whole time.
I know.
I think it was the little girl, because it was a little girl and a little boy. When we left, the little girl was gone. I think it was her. I saw her when we came in. Because we were late, and it was pre-assigned seating, and I meant to buy the tickets in the day, and then I'm like, what if we don't make it to that show time? And then ended up sitting in the front row of the theater.
Yeah.
Because it was March break.
Yep. And we didn't realize it.
Yep.
Because we don't go to school anymore.
Yep. And we don't know any children. So. And I just clapped. Sorry, listeners.
Yeah. No, it's very. I like the movie overall.
I would have liked it
better. Did
better.
some good stuff.
If we sat further back.
Oh yeah, definitely. There was They were pretty minimal in terms of prequel stuff, but there was a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Of the usual, like, Like, one of my big problems with Solo was, like, what's your name? I don't have a name. Han Solo. So, like, because Han Solo was littered with those, like, callbacks, checklists.
Yeah.
But this didn't feel like a checklist with Nick Fury.
No.
Or, so.
No, except we see what happened to his eye.
Yeah. Which was also.
Which was just the
only.
only.
Was just expected.
Yeah, that wasn't too much or anything.
Yeah.
No, it was really good. I liked the story.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the sound because I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
No, but I could see it enough. I do know what happened. And I really liked it. I really liked what they did with it. I thought it was interesting how, like, Captain Marvel and Shazam kind of have the... where both Captain Marvel at one time, and there was some... some craziness that happened with, like, licensing and whatever.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that they're coming out in the same year, a couple months apart.
Yeah.
So it was just all interesting to me. And this cat, I loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it.
Yeah, and the story is really good. I liked the visuals. It was consistent. A lot of the space stuff, I liked how it was visually consistent, and some of their titles and such were consistent to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Yeah. Which is like our other look at outer space.
Yeah, so I liked that, and it was prequel to that too, and how there's Ronan the Accuser and that other guy.
Yeah, which I wasn't expecting tie-ins to that. I was just expecting tie-ins to, like, S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff.
Yeah.
Which we also got.
Yeah.
With Agent Coulson and Nick Fury, obviously.
Yeah. The de-aging on...
Yeah.
Not quite as much on Coulson.
He looked a little strange.
Yeah. But on Fury, definitely. Considering he was throughout the whole movie, you can kind of, like, be like, oh, okay, you focused on Fury, and Coulson was only in a couple of scenes, so it makes...
Yeah, I was expecting him to be in more, but he wasn't.
Yeah. I kind of wanted him to be in a bit more, too, but it also made sense within the story, too.
Yeah, no, like, it didn't... Yeah, it made sense. Yeah, it was really, really good story, and I really liked that it was, like, female lead. I think she did a good job with the role and everything, and the story, I kind of saw what happened from the trailer. The twist, almost. Not twist, but, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of guessed that in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah. Took me...
Like, sometimes you just start to see the pieces, and then
you're
like, oh, what about this? And then, yep, that's what happened.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, Jude Law's character, Young-Rog, he is a villain in the comics. And when they originally announced...
He was the main alien, right?
Yeah.
Like, the main alien-looking alien.
He was young Dumbledore. The guy who played young Dumbledore, Jude Law.
That's the same guy?
Yeah.
Couldn't tell with all the makeup and the different accent.
And lack of beard.
Yeah.
Different accent. He had the same... No. I'm talking about Jude Law. Young Law.
Jude Law.
Yeah.
He's the main not weird-looking alien.
Yeah. The main Kree.
That was young Dumbledore. He didn't have any makeup.
No beard.
No, I guess the beard made a difference.
Sorry,
I thought you said he was the main alien, like the green guy.
Well, he's an alien, and he was a main alien.
But you know what I mean, like the alien.
I didn't understand that at that time. I understand now. Yeah.
Like in Star Wars, they're all aliens.
Yeah.
But you would consider Luke not an alien because he looks like us.
Yeah.
And you would say main alien, you'd be like, aha, Jabba or something.
Okay, let's go spoilers now.
Oh yeah.
The main alien was Ben Mendelsohn, not Jude Law.
I don't know. Names, man, names.
No.
He was Australian, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, Ben Mendelsohn's Australian.
Yeah. I really liked this movie.
Yeah.
I just really want to see it again and see it, in the last row instead of the front row.
Yeah, or on a smaller screen.
Yeah, because I got some visual processing issues, so that doesn't help. First of all, IMAX. Second of all, 3D. And third of all, too close to the screen. It was the trifecta of Caden's not going to understand what's going on in this movie. Yeah. Also, it was an action movie.
Yeah.
Like, fast moving. I saw Transformers in 3D and had no idea what happened in that movie. No idea. I actually, like, took off my glasses and took a nap.
Yeah. But no. Spoilers.
She's an alien.
She's an alien.
Or she thinks she's an alien, but she's not an alien.
Yeah.
And she gets to Earth, because that's where the glowing box that turns out to be an Infinity Stone is.
The,
Tesseract. I'm like, the glowing box. The Loki box. That turns out to be an Infinity Stone, right? Yeah, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that was around.
Yeah.
Which was, like, the whole, like, plot of, like, all the first Avengers movie till
so
Infinity
it's a
War
bit of
was
like
that box. Where's that box? Who's got that box? Is like.
So it's pretty interesting that and in that sense it did almost feel a bit more like a phase 1 too, in how the world wasn't, because it was prequel, it was 90s. It felt like if you were to watch it first, it wouldn't spoil anything except maybe the mid-credit scene, but
Yeah, that's just because of when it's coming out.
Yeah, and that's the thing with mid-credit scenes. It's like, they are very much just... And something like that could... I didn't research it, but it could just be it's very possible that we'll see it again in Endgame.
I guess it's just a scene in Endgame.
Yeah, because the...
Probably.
Because I remember Ant-Man, the end credit scene was just a scene from Civil War.
Yeah. Sometimes they're jokes and sometimes they're just scenes.
And sometimes they actually are leading towards something.
Yeah. I think sometimes it's hard to think of something to put in there.
Yeah.
Budget-wise as well.
How Nick Fury did lose his eye, I thought it was
really
funny and it made sense, but also in retrospect, it kind of like... Because in Winter Soldier, he has a line where he's like, "Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye."
And he loses his eye because the cat scratches it.
Yeah, and there was, like, they did point out, "Okay, I'm trusting you now," as he picked up the cat. And then... Trusting
you not to eat me, or something.
Yeah. I'm going to pick you up now, I'm trusting you.
Because we just saw the cat is actually like Demigorgon.
A Flurkin.
No, but it's like in Stranger Things with the weird big mouth.
Yeah.
But it looks like a cat, and it just ate the Tesseract, and then he goes to pick it up. And he's like, "I'm trusting you not to hurt me," and then it like slashed his eye. Yeah. Because it got spooked or something. I don't know.
That was also a bit of a change. The cat's name was changed from the comics too, because like the cat is named Chewie in the comics.
Oh. Yeah,
like
they probably couldn't do that.
But it's still Disney. They could have done it. They just wanted it to tie in more with... They did Goose as a nod to Top Gun instead, because Top Gun is a pilot name, so it would make more sense in that sense.
Yeah. But I mean, it was just really funny. And to me, I'm like, ha! That's how he lost his eye. Last time he trusted someone with this stupid cat. This cat got him.
Yeah.
I think that's funny, and I think it fit the tone of this movie.
Mm-hmm, it fit the tone of this movie. And
then his serious is just using like an actual accident, because it's just a cat. And he's like making him look tough, you know?
Last time,
because he could have just put a fake eye.
Trusted someone, I lost an eye, and it's a cat,
and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I loved it because sometimes these movies get like really dark and really serious.
Yeah.
But you got to remember these are comic book movies, and comics are generally a little bit funny, a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, at least classically. I know, but I mean, like, classically, you know, they're a bunch of people in weird costumes running around. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta have a little bit of humor in there. And I think this movie...
And Marvel overall does that.
I know, and that's why it's better than DC.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. Not always, but I mean, in this MCU is better than the DCU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just misdirection, the DC. But no, I did think Brie Larson did a good job. There was a bit of a lot of people, like, I was kind of having a conversation with my brother before I watched the movie of like, he kept being like, "Oh, she has amnesia, so she probably won't have that big of a personality. We don't see much of personality in the trailers, and I'm like, I thought there was a bit of a personality in the trailers, and overall in the film, you could definitely see her personality. She's like fierce and like and like comical and
yeah. I thought it was really fun, and I liked that her character is a very tough character. It's not like she got these powers and became like a hero. She was already a hero, and the fact that she like pushed through and became a pilot when there was no female pilots, and
she still wasn't allowed to actually fly, but
like she could fly, but not only training stuff and only stuff. But I was just like, because sometimes they become heroes because they get the powers, but she was already like a hero. Not like what I mean, like before, and that's who she is, and it's sort of incidental that she got these powers for her personality. And I liked that also too. This movie wasn't like, oh, she's a girl, she likes girl things, girl superheroes. Like, no, it just she was a girl was incidental to the story, except her backstory, which was just showed how she overcame gender stereotypes to become who she is.
That's one of the arguments people are having with a lot of the more male viewers are not liking the movie because it is definitely feminist.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think it's pushing an agenda.
No.
But a lot of people are complaining like, oh, it's very much like, but it is noticeable that, oh, she doesn't have to prove herself to Young-rog at the end. There was one thing, and there was also a couple scenes of like that biker checking her out, but it made sense, and those are things that actually happen in real life in terms of the biker checking it out. So not to say you can't not like this movie, just like be smart about it. Don't just be like, oh, it's being all SJW bullcrap.
Because when people say things like that, it's because they think it's being anti-men, but it's not being anti-men. It's just being pro this woman struggle and showing her fight to become who she is.
Exactly.
Like her journey of becoming who she is, and how she is on the inside is very tough, and how she doesn't let people tell her what she can and cannot do. She's like, I can fly, I can get back on this bike, all this sort of stuff, and it was really powerful in that way.
I liked her costume.
Oh yeah, me too. I liked it a lot.
The suit itself. I mean, like, I liked how it could change.
Yeah, that was cool.
Like that was a cool little aspect to it.
I also too liked that it wasn't like a super revealing costume, and the men and the women wore the same outfit. So it wasn't like Wonder Woman where it's like a bikini or whatever, or like in classic comics where it's like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's form fitted, but it's the same outfit the men would wear. Yeah, and it covered everything. Yeah, it's a spacesuit as well. And I'm just like, oh, I like that.
I liked how we saw the mohawk hair and the thing from the comics too, with the full mask.
Yeah, it was just cool.
The
Nick Fury was really fun in this movie.
Yeah, Nick Fury was really fun in this movie.
And I was really excited to see him more in the movies, because usually he's just around, or he's like in part of it. Yeah. Like he's there, but like he was like the second character.
And also he was there in a younger, because he's younger too, we also saw a different side of him versus where we've seen him as Director Fury, Director of S.H.I.E.L.D., where has the whole world on his shoulders and has to just be serious about everything.
And he's like,
and no bullshit about everything. Where this one, he's
like when you've been through battles and you become hard and jaded.
Yeah, and
this is before that.
And we saw that transformation too, because like he was kind of just a low level S.H.I.E.L.D. operative in this film.
Yeah, like S.H.I.E.L.D.
He was still old. He was still like
important.
Like he did a lot of missions, and he was a spy, Cold War, all that. Yeah. Too. So.
But it was fun. Yeah. He was more fun in this movie.
He was more fun. He was more laid back, more willing to play.
Yeah. And he liked the cat, and I just think that's so funny that it scratched his eye, because this is like the nicest cat.
Yeah.
It ate the Tesseract.
Yeah.
I'm like, the after credits scene is gonna be it spitting it out, isn't it? And then
Yeah.
it was, and I'm like, yay! Because what else could it be?
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked the bait and switch where it turns out, because I kind of got the sense when we were first seeing the
trailers?
no
or the movie?
the movie the alien planet.
Oh, the
That it's like a mind control planet, Big Brother planet, and I'm
the
like
Kree main world.
Yeah, the Kree
Yeah.
main world. I'm like, they're gonna be the baddies because it's like, you know, Big
Yeah.
Brother. It's like mind control. It's like all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, they're probably gonna turn out to actually be the bad guys. You know.
Yeah, and I saw that too. That I didn't know if I thought the Skrulls would also be bad guys. Like I thought Young-Rog would be like secretly working for the Skrulls originally,
Yeah.
but like because the Skrulls also in the comics are evil.
I liked that switch though, and it just shows that like, yeah, we had to do what we had to do, but we just didn't
Yeah,
accept their rule over us.
and they're refugees.
Yeah, because they didn't want to accept their rule over them, which
And
is a
they
very fair thing.
Yeah, and
But
they were
people are
trying
like,
to
we're
kill
always
him.
right, and it's like a bit of an allegory to like how the world works. And
Yeah.
when other countries try to impose their governing systems on other countries, and they're like, no, we don't want it, and then they're like, you're bad, and it's like, why?
And also, yeah, I'm reminded of something I wanted to say earlier. I liked Marvel.
Yeah,
I like the switch of gender in that character too.
yeah,
Whereas in the comics, Carol Danvers is Miss Marvel and gets her powers from Captain Marvel, who is the Kree Marvel, who is a guy in the comics. So I liked that was a bit of like a
yeah,
while you were talking about how she was a girl, but it didn't really have to be.
yeah,
Like that character of Marvel, like I like that switch in gender, like
as well.
as well. Like really, whenever people switch genders or ethnicities of a character, I don't mind it as long
As long as it's not a cis white guy.
yeah,
Not as long as it's not a switch to a cis white guy.
yeah, or as long as if they do a gender switch, as long as they don't try to make it a love interest.
Oh yeah.
In terms of that, if they switch it to a hetero, to what would it be, a hetero couple?
Yeah.
Because like, and also in the comics, she is Captain Marvel. The original Captain Marvel is Carol Danvers. Carol Danvers is his girlfriend
Oh, okay.
too. Like,
Yeah.
there's still all that backstory of the same character. of
Yeah.
being a pilot, fighter pilot, and such.
Yeah.
But
That it almost makes her less important. You know, it's just his girlfriend and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens.
yeah,
But no, I like that she just stands on her own in this movie.
yeah. And her relationship with the friend and the kid.
Yeah.
That was kind of what I was talking about earlier. It was pointed out to me on a YouTube. It was either a YouTube video or it was a Facebook post or something.
Yeah.
No, it was a YouTube video. Some person was ranting. Where she basically said, we see a child, we see a woman, and we see another woman who are we see Carol Danvers and the other lady are basically raising this child together.
Yeah.
And when we see the Skrull family, person in the video said, we assume they're a family. We're not told it, but we see that this person cares about that woman, and we see the person cares about that kid. So we assume they're a family, and everyone knows they're a family, and everyone knows that. Versus Carol Danvers, they don't, even though it looks like it's the exact same thing. One kid, someone finds their family, basically.
Yeah.
It's the same situation, yet it's kind of seen differently.
Yeah. That's a really good point. Like if she was a guy, you would think it was his kid.
Yeah.
Wow. But also too, she calls her aunt.
Yeah.
So that's the only, like reason that maybe it's not like that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that they're not family.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, your friends can be your family.
Yeah.
But I hope they are a couple, because I would like that.
Yeah.
I like gay people in movies. I
Yeah.
think we've already talked about
And
that
that's
on
like,
this podcast.
also, while I was thinking about Marvel and that gender switch, they could have stuck with, just because they did that gender switch, they could have made her girlfriend too.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not make her Marvel's girlfriend just because Marvel's now a girl?
Yeah.
I mean, though she is, like, older in the movie.
Yeah.
But that might be why. And I guess I did like that relationship.
Yeah.
But still.
Maybe it was her girlfriend.
Yeah, you don't know. Anything you want to add?
No, I think that covers it. Like, we don't want to go too crazy in the details because you should go see it.
Yeah, one thing while we were talking about the Avengers Endgame trailer, that mid-credit scene of her seeing the mid-credit scene where it was post Infinity War, and Steve and Natasha and Banner were basically like, that thing stopped doing the thing it was doing. Fury's pager stopped working. I was like, get it working again. We need to find out what's going on.
We don't know what it does.
We don't know what it does. Are you sure this is wise? Well, Fury knew what it did.
It was the last thing he did was to turn it on.
Yeah. And then she just like pops up behind him and just be like, where's Fury?
They're like, that's what it did. And it's turned off because she showed up.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's a pager because the 90s. And it was funny that she broke down into a blockbuster, which is funny because it is a blockbuster. And then she busted into it. It was funny to me.
And she looked different in that mid-credit scene and in the trailer, which she looked younger because they filmed that first.
Oh.
So there's that.
Yeah, she's pretty young, isn't she?
She's in her 20s.
But I mean, like, she could look, you know what I mean? Like, she could age fast. She's pretty young.
What do you mean? Like the actor is pretty young? I'm confused.
I don't know what I'm saying. Just continue.
But yeah, she looked...
I lost that train of thought.
Yeah, and her costume is different too, a little bit. In that
yeah, that's
mid-credit
okay.
scene. Because it has been years.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. See it. Go.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I'm excited for it. Got me more excited for Endgame.
I know, I'm like so excited. That's where we're binging all the Marvel, all of it.
Well, not the Netflix stuff, but yeah.
Not the Netflix stuff.
Or Agent Carter.
Or Agent Carter.
And no one needs to see Inhumans.
No one needs to see Inhumans. We also we have a month, so.
Yeah. So we're going by fast.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Check out us.
See you later.
On the internet.
Yeah,
see you
check
next
us
week
later.
or later this week.
Because we can't 3 on our social medias, www.causewecancommentaries.com.
Yeah.
We'll see you when we're farther, further, faster, baby.
Okay. Bye.
I don't know why. I just thought that would work.